if this is going to work. I can't find my little hookup thing to put you on. Oh, you want to go in? Okay. I was going to sit in the sun for a minute. I had no interest in doing anything, and then I drank one of those little tiny 5-hour energy drinks. It's only half of it, but suddenly I had interest in doing things. Where is this? My little... I can't find it. My house is a big wreck, isn't it? My family's coming over, so of course I immediately look at my house and think, are you kidding? But they've known me for a long time. Even though I think that perhaps my house has always been better than it is at the moment, it never has been. So why do I get so worried about it all the time, you know? It's kind of silly. I'm just going to try and put you on this table here and see if you can watch this. And I'm going to work on, oh, that's not going to work. That's too high up. It's also in place. Maybe I could put it like that. There we go. So I'm going to card this because there's so much dirt in it, see? And it's come this way off of the whatever. So I thought I would try and card it, you know, but I'm going to probably end up picking each one of these pieces out, you know. So how's life, guys? You know, this wool does not feel very soft. Let me see if it is gonna... Okay, so it's full of grass bits. The hand carders are probably better. See, if I pull it, that's all clean now. But there's all these bits here. But at least it does open it up to be able to drop out. You know? I find that on the drum carder, it goes around very quickly, and so if something has fallen out and it sits on it, it falls out of the big one as the big one's going and the little one's going. It falls out, it gets on the little one, but if you're still adding stuff, when the little one goes around, it just gets layered in and it doesn't fall out. So what's the trick? To just add a little tiny bit and spin it round and round and round, and then add a little tiny bit more. Okay, let's just do this in the normal way, okay? We'll just keep doing it like this and see. Let's do it over the skirt so I can see what fell out. Let's see if I can do it without having to pick everything out individually. See, it's still, a lot of it's still there. I may just have to pick them all out individually. There's some that fell out onto my dress, maybe 10 of them. Try it again. Can you see them all in between there? My life is an experiment. You know, it would be, probably life would be faster. I could probably accomplish things faster if I spent more time watching YouTube things on how to do it. But I know a lot of people that spend a lot of time learning how to do it never actually get around to doing it. Like readers. Readers read and doers do. And doers don't read so much, and readers don't do so much. Right? There's exceptions, of course. I mean, I don't know everybody and I don't know all things, but I know that from the people I have known, the ones that do a lot of reading, they may know how to do a lot of things, but they actually don't do them all. Because, you know, if you can't be doing and reading, right? has to be, you can have podcasts on and learn while you're doing, right? This has still got pieces. I came out here originally to do this over the snow. See, there's a whole bunch of them there. But this is not very soft wool. So perhaps the wool itself it aids to having, it's got more friction in it to hold all this junk. See, now if you were spinning it, right, if I were spinning it, I'll show you. Are you inside, want to come out again? Okay, so if you pull it, you can pull it until it's thin enough that things all fall out. This one bit there is not falling out though. See, it's so tangled around it. So it probably is never going to fall out. There's also little bits in here. I think there's a lot of short fibers. But when you pull it like this, every little, nothing gets missed, right? It's a little time consuming, but. So good morning, everybody. How are you today? It's afternoon, of course. It's Sunday afternoon. My family, I left the children's snowsuits in Ottawa, and so they're coming out today, and they're going to bring their skis and snowshoes, and how fun. I love snowshoeing. I'm not so much on skiing, so I wondered, should I go down there and snowblow the pathway around the moat? Of course, a lot of it's underwater, and I don't know. It's good to have that snow on there to pack on top of the ice so that. But of course, the top of the snow will always melt a bit, like it's a sunny day today, which is going to cause the very surface to melt just enough that it'll get a little crust. So if you have a couple sunny days and then you have a lot of wind, it probably won't blow as much as if you hadn't had those sunny days, right? It makes a bit of a surface on the snow. There's a lot about snow that you never learn when you grow up in the South. I remember being told that the natives have 20 names for snow. And I can see that. There's packy snow, and there's fluffy snow, and powdery, and drifting, and refrozen, and crunchy, and squeaky. When it's really cold, it's squeaky. It was squeaky this morning, but now it's warmed up a bit. I don't know what it is. It's a bit below freezing, but actually right here in the sun, it must be a little above freezing because there's little bits of water on the edges of some of this ice. Okay, so that's good. See that? See how quickly I did that? Now, if we were to time it, of course, it's going to be different depending on how dirty it is, how much nature is in it. And now, what about if you use this? If I went ahead and I wove this all with all these bits of nature, the like little bits of stems of grass and little flicks of, I don't know, I guess it's all bits of hay and different kinds of nature, different kinds of plant material. If you go ahead and weave it with that in it, wear and tear should break that down, shouldn't it? And when you wash it, as you wash nature, it decomposes, right? It kind of rots away and gets wet and it falls apart on a cellular level, right? It'll all break apart. And so therefore, it should get clean as you use it. And wool has this tendency, when you have a carpet made of wool, it'll just, all the dirt goes through the wool. It's very interesting. Any other rug, the dirt is stuck in it, but not wool. It seems to go through. So you pick up the wool rug, and on the floor, it's filthy. There's all this dust on the floor, which is like, wow, that's how much dirt is getting carried around here. But can you imagine if that's in a carpet with a back on it? It doesn't fall out. And so then it gets really dirty, and if you wash it, it's gonna just turn to mud in there. Anyway, unless of course you've got a way that it's so powerful that it sucks out all the mud that you just create as you wash it. Anyway. Okay, so I cleaned that. Of course, there's still bits in it, even after all that work. And so I wonder, is it really important like this? Like, see how much dirt is in that? How much straw, and they're long little bits, so they're pieces of plant material. Oh, the cat is out, isn't he? I saw him a while ago out there. Maybe he came in when I came back out. I don't know. Can't keep up with him. Okay, so let's just time it. I'll look on the clock on here. So we are at 11:56 for minutes, okay? So I'll clean this much, okay? Okay, and so I need another amount that's going to be about the same, which was about that much, right? But that's not as dirty. Whatever. Apples and oranges. It's hard to compare, eh? Is that the cat trying to come back out? I guess he was out here for a while. He was out there trying to... Can you see all the dirt? Okay. It's still not clean enough. I mean, it's not without bits. There's still bits. I'll run it through again. I don't want this to have any bits in it. That's see, and this has already been run through the drum carder, you know, which is nice because it makes it into a big roving. So after I get it all carded, I'll probably put it through the drum carder again to line it all up and make nice things for it. Okay. So 11:56. So I did that. So, and now it's 16. So it's 5 minutes to do that. Okay, let's see how well it does if instead of doing that, I just pull it. So we're at what? We're at 16, 17. So what happens in 5 minutes if I pull it? This is a new batch. I think this is the best way. I mean, we'll see how long it takes to get everything out. Because this way, every little item falls out if it can. But maybe this is what you're supposed to do, is do this first, right? You have to clean it. This is what's called picking it. If you do this in the wind, it should remove all this stuff from your, make sure that when you disconnect it from everything, it actually blows away and falls away, you know. So this is amazing. I took that half an energy drink, the 5-hour energy. I don't drink coffee or black tea or green tea or anything from the tea plant. And so I, you know, it's what my body will give me is the energy I get. Sometimes an idea will give you energy. But I'm pretty impressed that almost immediately after doing this, I didn't feel like sitting in my chair. I wanted to get up and do something. I didn't really want to go for a walk out there. I don't want to deal with getting so, you know, it's a lot of work walking through deep snow or snowshoeing. They're heavy to lift up and, you know. Be fun to go cross-country skiing. There's no path down there right now. And if they come, they probably won't come before it's almost dark or dark. Because it's a long way to come. And it gets dark so soon. But I think it was 5 o'clock and it wasn't dark the other day. The farther away we get from New Year, from the 21st of December, the longer the days are. The earlier sunrise and later sunset is. Did you see the stars the other night? It was a starry night. Hey, this has got bits still in it. It was a starry night and a moony night. It was really beautiful, and there were so many stars. But often when there's so many stars, I get out of the car and I see all these stars. and I want to sit and look at them, but I don't do that. You know, sometimes I have a chair set up for just that purpose, or one of those lean back kind of a relaxing chairs. I guess I should have that ready to use in the winter, you know? I do have one upstairs in front of the balcony door, just inside it. Could do that. But if you don't have a spot and you're going to just stand there with your head bent back, you can only do that for so long. But if you're laying down, you know, you can do it for a lot longer and really experience it all. Is that the sound of the cat, or is it the sound of rain falling? Oh, it is the cat. Can't reach it from here. Anyway, I'm timing this. I have to see how much I can do, since if it's clean in 5 minutes, took 5 minutes to clean it with carding. If it's clean in less than 5 minutes, he really wants to come out now. Might as well. I don't feed the birds now anymore, poor birds, because I don't want this to be the Last Supper. Put a sign on it, Last Supper. For the birds, I mean. Okay, so I went through it once. It's not done yet. What's the time? 17, 18, 19, 20, 22. So in 5 minutes, it's not done yet. And this wasn't as bad as the other batch. So that means carding is faster. Of course, this is a lot to put on here at once, right? Maybe it wasn't apples and apples. I guess I should take 2 clumps, check them side by side. I know you want to get out, but I can't do it from here because the screen is in the way. I usually take the screens off in the winter to have an unimpeded view. I like doing it this way best, where you take the bottom of this and you touch it where it's coming off, and you grab those. And you're not dragging the bars over the bars, or whatever they're called, the teeth. See, I think I've got most of it now. Let's look at it again. But of course, this was already done, right? I already picked this. But even picking it, I missed a bunch, which is strange because I didn't see any as I was picking it. Like I was pretty sure that I was removing all of it. Still some. All right. Oh, here we have another bit. So if I do this, I'm being able to see stuff falling on the ground. I don't want to be putting it in here if this has already got stuff on the bottom of it. You know? If it's dirty. And then you go like this and you clean it. Right? That gets it all off. And then you go, and then you... Oh, there's a bunch of dirt in there. this way. Oops, not that way. Go this way and clean this one. Oops, goes this way. Yeah, there's a lot of bits in it. So that's another thing, is making sure that your carders are clean. Because look at what's in that. You don't want to just be keeping it on there and getting it dirty every time you transfer it from one side to the next. Being curious. I like being curious, you know? I like finding stuff out. See, this looks pretty good, except there's one bit there. Another bit there. Another bit there. But then they get to be so tiny, so let's pull it again. I can see some little bits. They're falling out. There's one there. There's another one there. Did it fall out? See, it's still in there. You really have to get it down to almost one fiber at a time. Aha! See, sometimes I think that there's nothing in it, but they are. They're still there. There's some of my beautiful long white hair in this. I must be old because I have white hair. I was looking at people the other day, when the side of their faces get really wrinkly. Like mine didn't get really wrinkly until I think I was 65 anyway. I'm 67 now. It's a recent development to have all those deep grooves in my face. So I mean, really looking like a very old person. And it's only developed in the last couple of years. So I was looking at people and trying to decide how old they are by the amount of grooves in their face. I guess the thing to do would be to look at pictures of my peers, you know, like go to one of those places where all of my, you know, childhood schoolmates are in. And just see their pictures, their recentest pictures, and see if their grooves and my grooves are the same. I was looking at a few people the other day, and some people have very rounded, smooth faces. I think that your weight makes a lot of difference. I knew that if I lost weight, I would get wrinkles. And sure enough, they appeared. So if you're going to lose weight, you're going to get wrinkles. Because the skin fits the body you already have. And if you lose a lot of weight, then suddenly your skin is too big. But it also gets too big anyway. I'm not sure exactly why that is, but and then it all tries to melt off, slide right off your body. You walk around with this heap of skin dragging along behind as you go. You can laugh, that was funny. So I see bits of this as I pull it. Like, I don't see any right there, but there's a bunch of it right here, okay? So now I'm pulling it all, and I'm thinking I'm getting it, but there's a bit there. Really have to be attentive. Maybe the kind of background you have that you're looking at it through would make a big difference. And it's very sunny here, so the sun is shining on it, and I'm able to see. I don't know if you're able to see it or not, but The reason this is such dirty wool is because I got it for free, and I asked for wool that nobody wanted because of, you know, that was too dirty for him to sell. Because I didn't want to pay $40 per fleece or more, depending on the weight of the fleece. And that was the price. I don't know. The years keep going by so quickly. Anything can be 10 years past now, even though it seems like it's only a few. I don't think it was 10 years ago, though. Okay, so that's, look, I thought that was all clean, but look at it. Look at that. I missed this right here. And here. And here. And here. And so what is the best way to do it? To just pull it and let it fall out. It's kind of what happens when you're carding. But sometimes it's just falling out onto the carder, and then it'll get back into the wool when you put more wool on it. See, this is not really very lined up. There's a lot of bits in here that are chunks, right? Little chunks, like that little ball there. Okay, so what about carding it? If I card it, will those all come out? Will it sort them? Probably depends on how thickly it's on here, right? All right, so we'll start with that. We'll just get the very ends. If you use a dog brush, it will sort out the really tiny stuff, the short fibers. So this should be just the longest fibers that are sticking out at the end, right? But those little chunks are not going to fall out. Unless they're tiny. I have quite a bit of nature sitting at, you know, what is it called? Little bits of straw and dirt. Okay, so this looks pretty much like those little balls have straightened out. Let's check. What if I pulled it now? See, there's little balls in there that are not straightened out. Almost like fluff. It's a lot of them. I wonder where my dog brushes are. I wonder if they're in the bag. It's too finicky to want to do it on a big project, right? But little short stuff doesn't really matter when it's woven. I mean, it'll affect your yarn if you're spinning it. You want your fibers to be very long. See, that one's just a little bit of fluff. But is it short stuff? Is that why it's so little like that? Let's check. Yeah, it's a lot of little tiny fibers. They're falling out as I pull it. Really short stuff. So I was going to try and snow blow down to the teepee, because my family, they're going to come and they want to have a campfire in the teepee. Sounds like a lot of fun to me. Be more fun to have it out here in the yard. I think, since I don't know if this cat has discovered the teepee and is using all the sand in there for her bedding, for an outhouse, or a cat litter box. I don't really want to go and hang out in there if it's all cat litter. Cats love sand, you know. That's why you have to cover your sandbox. If your children play in the sandbox, you have to have a cover on it, or else it just becomes a cat toilet. I can't imagine this being interesting to watch. I would get very bored watching this after not very long. You'd have to have something else you're doing, I think. I don't know. Sometimes I like playing Minecraft while I listen to YouTube. Okay, well, see, it's still dirty. Look at that. There's still stuff in it. Unbelievable how much there was in it in the first place. I mean, and it didn't look dirty. This one looked like it was already pretty clean. Maybe I'll do it with the, I'll look for my dog brushes. See, when you look at it, it looks perfectly clean. But the sun does show things up for me. That's nice. But I believe that as you use it in the blanket, all those things will work themselves out, or will break into millions of pieces as they get brittle and dry, and you step on them. Pretty soon they'll just get to be such little bits that they break and fall through, and they're on the floor as dust. But if you want to have a wonderful soft carpet with nothing in it, then you don't want to have it. Yeah, there, it still's there. Well, this is a piece of black hair. Not that it's important. I can see through it and see all that stuff again. But it's not like it was. It's much different. It's much better. And do I really want to throw away all the short hairs, you know? See, yes, you can see this bunch right here. Oh, right at the center of it is a little piece of nature, a little tiny bit of nature, which is in the middle of all that little tangle. What about here? Another little tiny bit right there. It's very coarse, or it's all knotted up almost. I guess, is it breaking when I pull it? Maybe so. Maybe I'm breaking it. Okay. So this is supposedly done, and yet look how. You see all that? Hello. I guess I'll just check what you guys have said. Hello. See if anybody's been here. I have some washed fleece I need to card. Nice to see you, Suze. Well, let's take all this back inside. Kitty, kitty. Here, kitty, you want to go out? Kitty, kitty. Kitty, kitty. Hey, kitty, kitty. Do you want to go outside again? Here you go. There you go. All right, let's have a look here at the... My house smells like old lady house. On account of all the old furniture here, I suppose. Okay, now it should be in this bag. This is Sue's bag. Susan's bag she gave me. Nope, not in here. All right. Well, let's go back over here and play with this again. It's very nice and warm in here. Willem's got the wood stuff going really nicely. All right, now we'll run it through this again. Well, so it's all lined up again. Lots of bits in the air to see the light. Lots of things falling out of it. This is not very straight. Let's do this one. spot here is where it's being picked, right? If I pull it back, this bottom roller is already full. So it's not going to get so much more entangled there than it already is. So pretty outside. It's a shame to be inside, but you know what? I don't do any of this if it's sunny outside. If it's cloudy outside, I don't do anything. So I guess I have to do stuff inside when it's sunny outside as well. I guess no matter how you do it, you're going to have to pick it first. Oops. Okay, let's run it through again and line it up now that it's all been... feels good to be doing something here, you know? Let's work on this a bit. Okay, so let's try and weave with this a bit now. Put you on top of ancient Egypt here. Okay. I came back here after being gone for a while, and there was one of these huge things that was stuck up through. It was like one of the grandchildren had played with the, this isn't right. What's wrong? Have they been, what exactly has happened here while I've been gone? Well, that's not quite it. There it is. That one is right. But this guy's not. What's happening in here? All right, well, this one's right, but it's what's already been done. So this goes down. Oh, I see. It's not holding it right. No. All right, I have to get under there and fix this. This is the hardest part of weaving, is getting down here, fixing these things when they're not going right. All right, so supposed to pull this one. Oh, I see. This one here is not attached. That's the problem. This is falling off of here. Okay. Is that right? Everything attached properly now? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, good. That's good. I wish that you could just make the day stay the way it is. It's 3 o'clock. I don't want to miss the sunlight. Okay, let's see if I fixed it. Let's hope. Look at that. No, wait, it's still not right. It's every second one. Where's the middle one? See, this one should be up as well. So why is it not happening? Let's put all this down, see if we can figure out the cause here. Okay, so when this is at rest, these should be even. see, and all of these should be level. So if I hold this, I never hold you right. All right, so if I hold this and move that, that should be right. Okay, now it's right. Okay, let's see if that made a difference. No. Why is it not doing it properly? It looked like it. What's happening? It's pulling two of them down. Why are two of them going down at the same time? Okay, let's get in here. Okay, so these two are coming down. This is only pulling one, and yet it's working. This is pulling two, but not much more than anything else. So this should be 1 and 3. No, this is 1 and 4. It's not 1, it's 2. This comes from number 2, and this comes from number 4. Okay, 2 and 4. 3. 1 and 4. No, 2 and 4. 1 and 2. Oh my goodness, they should all be pulling down 2 of them. This is 1 and 4. This should be, this is 4 and, should be 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 3 and 4, 1 and 4. This is 2 and 4. See, up here it's number 2 and number 4. And this is, the second one is on 3, so it should be 1 and 3. So this should go on here. So 1 and 3, this is 1 and 4. What's this last one? This last one is confused. It's into 2 things here. All right, so this is 2 of them, and 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 this is 2 of them. Maybe it's not pulling it hard enough. Maybe this needs to wrap around that again. Maybe that'll make a difference. So it pulls them both down far. Why is it? Oh yeah, they're both down far. And this goes, 2 of them go down, not, this one doesn't go down as far. These are all mixed up. I should get out my book and see what it is. This is a beautiful blanket though, isn't it? Or beautiful rug. Looks like it's got a hole in it there. Okay, let's go back up. Okay, let's check it out. Okay, so here we go. There, that's working. 1 and 2. That's and that's I don't know. So that's right. So let's do that while we have something right. Okay. And now, which one do we do to go get the next one? Isn't it number 2? Not number 3. Not number 4. Not number 5. It's not number 6. Well, this makes no sense. So this is pulling down. What did we figure out? That's pulling down 2 and 4. So now we need to pull down 1 and 3. So number 2 should have 1 on there as well. 1 and 3. So here's 1. So this should be on here. All right, now that's gonna work. Okay. Ha, there it is. It's done right. 1 and 3. Sorry about that. Thought I wanted to turn it off. Okay, here we go. Okay, 1 and 2. didn't work. I think I have to fold this. Oh, I have to tighten it. Not tightened at all. Okay, I guess I'm gonna go and snow blow. Make a path to the teepee. This is all dirty. Now this should be let's see how big it is now, shall we? So it was 60 plus 45 at some point. Well, there we have it. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everybody. I'm going to get out there and do something because it's so sunny and beautiful. Take all these screens off so I can see out there. Hi, Mr. Mal. Hi, Susan. Your thumbnail pic, you look like Santa Claus. There is wool in front of your chin on it. Hello, inane boys. You washed some fleece? Need to card? Hello, hello, hi, hi, hi. Isn't this beautiful? Look at that. Doesn't this look like a wonderful little place to explore, like a secret garden? What's in there? It's so pretty. Ha! Look, there's my teepee. That's the new one.